YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be, and today, per request, this is a requested video to talk about thyroid issues, the throat chakra, and thyroid healing, the silent suppression. A lot of people in physical reality have thyroid issues, and we're going to talk about in this particular video the causes, what to watch out for. We're talking about physical causes, what to watch out for, because you probably have thyroid issues and don't even know about it. And I'm going to share with you some things based upon my experience, based upon a person that used to have thyroid issues, my experience, my knowing in the physical on how to eliminate thyroid issues and really what the real cause. The person with the white coat ain't going to tell you this here, but I'm going to break it down to you so you can really understand. And HEAL from it, that's a word that I got to spell instead of say. Yeah. When you HEAL from it, you really understand it, because hindsight is like 2020. But here's the thing. Because I have courses already available on my website, I am not discussing the spiritual side of thyroid issues. Because if you really want to do the 99.99%, you go to my website. But y'all like the 0.01. Y'all want to talk about physical all the time because y'all think the physical trumps everything, but it really does not. It really does not. The spiritual is the one that's 99.99%. Oh, I forgot that 9, but you get the point. 99.99% is spiritual. So if you want to find out the 99.999%, you head over to my website. The website is in the description over there on YouTube, or in my bio over there on TikTok. The website is saltoftheearthpub.org. And when you're there, you're going to go underneath the section that says, why was I born? Why was I born is where all of my courses are. Why was I born? The yellow course, which is the 7th button underneath why was I born, is entitled The Spiritual Reason Why People Are Sick. You're going to select the throat chakra course. If you or anyone you know have thyroid issues and really want to HEAL them in the spiritual, which is 99.99%, you need to know the spiritual reason why people are sick, which is a course that walks you through every chakra pool of energy. Because spiritual happens first, and then it's manifested as dis-ease in the 0.01% of the physical reality. Y'all got that? Thank you for your knowledge. You're so welcome. All right. Ready for your words on thyroid? You ready? Here we go. Y'all got that, right? So, another course, because heaven is a prepared place for prepared people, and I already left these nuggets for y'all. If you knew, maybe you didn't know that I left these nuggets, so I'm telling you how to get there. Remember, that's the 7th button. It's a yellow button, and it's going to say the spiritual reason why people are sick, and you're going to be selecting the throat chakra. You're going to add that to your cart and check out, and you'll have your 99.99% of what you need to do in the spiritual reality to reverse that thyroid issue, because it has to do with your energy. All things are energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to understand the matrix, you've got to think in those terms. It's your frequency, baby. Your frequency manifested thyroid issues in the physical. Here's another thing. While you're there underneath courses, the same concept, underneath courses. This is a course. Underneath the courses, which says, why was I born? And all of the courses there are there. The spiritual reason why people are sick is a course that's there. And then there's another course that's entitled, There is Power in Your Blood. It's underneath why was I born. It's going to be the 9th yellow button. So this is the 7th yellow button on my website underneath why was I born. And this is the 9th button on my website underneath why was I born. And this course is the power in your blood. This tells you the things that you need to be consuming based upon your blood type. Remember, this is 0.01%. This is physical. All right. But your blood in the physical reality, as within, so without, right? Your blood in the physical reality creates a chemical reaction on contact with the food that you eat. So I'm not gonna go involved in the food on this particular live, because I could say one thing, I could say one oil, but one oil might not be highly beneficial for your blood type. So there'll be one person, maybe a blood type A, who I'll be leaving out if I name one oil. If I name one vegetable, I might be leaving out a O. So we're not going into the foods like that. To get your meal plan, to get your trauma based upon blood type, to get your essential vitamins in the go-to place, you need this particular course. There is power in your blood, because it will tell you where you need to get based upon your blood type, your selenium from, where you need to get based upon your blood type, your magnesium from, where you need to get based upon your blood type, your zinc from, where you need to get based upon your blood type, the vital minerals for your blood type. And that course is called There is Power in Your Blood. My website is theearthcog.org. The link is in my bio. Yeah. How can we find out our blood type? If you want to know that, you will go to my website. I got you, babe. You will go to my website, and at the top of the screen in red, you will see how do I find my blood type? And you click that button. It's in red. It's the first red button. So that's going to be a red button for how do I find out my blood type? And you will be sent to the Eldon at-home kit where you could prick your finger and find out your blood type. I got you covered, too. Been there, done that. Hey, my YouTubers. Hey. Y'all ready? Thank you for the follow. Hey, Haitian. All right. So, the throat chakra and thyroid healing, the silent suppression. To get the course, you go to Spiritual Reason while people are sick, and you look for the throat chakra course, because you need to know the spiritual. But then when you're trying to figure out more things about the physical, you need to find out the power that's in your blood. You need to get to know thyself, God. So what I am going to share with you is some physical things on these causes and what to watch out for. We're not going to keep on repeating the same thing that I've taught in built up courses, so I won't have to repeat, so I could get more into spirituality. We're not going to do that. But what we are going to talk about is the thyroid itself. The thyroid itself being the command center. And when I say the command center, we're talking physical. Because if we were talking about spiritual, you know the mind is the command center, right? Somebody type physical. I need to see it. Let me see. Hey, Zim. Thanks for passing through. Hey, Absolute. I see you, babe. Somebody type physical. The command center in the physical is going to be the thyroid. I'll wait for it. Physical. There we go. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Bright. Physical. Monica, physical. Teresa, physical. Thank you, BJ. So in the physical, since the thyroid is the command center, it's commanding a lot of things, because you gotta have vital minerals that flow through it every so many seconds, right? So if when your blood is circulating, when your energy is in motion and it's not picking up on the vital minerals that it needs, being that the thyroid is the command center, now your metabolism is out of whack. Right? There's a lady, I'm not being ugly when I say this, but y'all might know her because I'm a content creator, and content creators kind of know other content creators, because we be uploading videos and stuff. Anyway, the lady, she calls her supporters Peach Patch. Her name is Peaches, and she calls her supporters Peach Patch. Y'all ever seen this lady? Y'all ever seen this lady on TikTok? She's a TikToker. You have hypo. Yeah, they have two, hyper and hypothyroidism. Yeah, we got about to talk about both of them. No, Charlie, y'all don't know? Nobody don't know her? Okay, well, if you ever see her, you'll know. Ashwagandha helps, yeah. If you ever see her, you'll know. Ashwagandha is not going to be highly beneficial for all blood types. So this is why I don't teach like that. I teach based upon your blood type. So you have to get the course to find out if that's good for your particular blood type, right? Peach, yeah. That's her last name? I don't know her last name. Yeah. But yeah, Peach. Okay, so somebody do know her. So maybe you'll see her one day. I don't know. She's just she kind of, big out there. I'm gonna use her as an example though. So whenever you do McIntyre, that's what it is, McIntyre? Is that what it is? McIntyre. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway, I don't, all I know is she's a content creator. All I know is that she just had some twins. And all I know is that she sometimes say things just to get people, to just like and, kind of grab your attention, to make money off of it. And that's a beautiful thing. Like, right? Somebody got to do it. But I'm only mentioning her because of thyroid issues, because I could see clear as day by reading her energy, by looking at her neck, by seeing her person, clear as day. She has thyroid issues. I ain't being ugly, but hey. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Some people can't tolerate ashwagandha. That's why I'm saying you need to stick to what's good for your blood type. There's power in your blood type. That'll be the night course on the website underneath Why Was I Born. There is power in your blood. It'll give you everything for your blood type, your trauma, your foods, and all of those things that you need to know, your vital minerals. But nonetheless, this speech lady has thyroid issues, y'all. And I'm only saying that because she's somebody, that I thought maybe y'all all would know. And you can look at the neck, because the neck begins to protrude. You can look at the metabolism that she has. You can look at the diet. I'm just throwing things out. You can look at it, and I'm somebody that used to have it, so I notice it. I could see. You can look at the fatigue. You can look at the mood. You can look at the hormones. You can look at these things visibly and clear as day in people, and you could just know. But there's one thing I want you to know that the person with the white coat might not tell you. Off the rip, parasites. Somebody type parasites. Somebody type that detox. One person type parasites, the one other person type detox. Parasites. Overload. Toxic. You remember that, okay? Absolutely. You get that? Hey, free spirit, I see you, babe. Detox, yeah. Hey, delicious. Angelica, right? That is very, very, very important for you to know. Off top. Now, this is something that the white coat person don't be talking about. Like, all of my years of being poked like a damn lab rat, ain't never heard the white coat person, woman or man, talk about the fact that, hey, you need to detox. When was the last time you had a detox? Right? That is the factor. You could say what you wanna. You got a dog and you ain't ever detox. Your booty hole itching, you ain't ever detox. Your arm right here. If you touch your arm right here and it's rough, like little hands, that's eggs, baby. Detox. You got rosacea. You got that's them on your face. Detox. Eczema. Detox. You got constipation. You're full of detox. Come on now. When you go to the restroom and you come out and you like, man, don't go up in there. Okay, so what you saying? You need a detox, right? It's very, very important for you to know this when we're talking about thyroid issues. If you in denial, then you ain't gonna HEAL. You need to detox. You need to get rid of that waste. You need to open up them passageways for elimination. You need to get up there and you need to be able to sweat. You need to have some healthy bowel movements, right? You need to clean out that lymphatic system. You need to be rebounding, moving, because the lymphatic system needs you to move in order for it to pump and circulate. We used to move it because we ran in recess. We played when we were younger. You get older, you sit down at work, then you sit down in the car, and you sit down on the sofa, you make dinner, and you sit down and watch TV, and you sit down and you lay down and you go to bed. You just sit, and you ain't moving. The lymphatic system. The heart has the blood has the heart to pump it. The lymphatic system is wanting you movement, energy, and motion to pump it, but the lymphatic system is the backup for the blood. So if you have high blood pressure, you got pressure in the front with the heart, with the blood. Of course, the lymphatic system, which is the backup for the blood, is getting tacky and weights is building up because it's trying to filter that stuff out that's in the front, right? So we're just gonna cut the chase. Detox, parasites, old fecal matter, cellular level waste. Because even, let me tell you, even when I do like this here, this act of me doing, this act of me walking or talking or movement, body movement, creates this thing called cellular waste. Everybody have it. Some people have accumulation of it. And this is why it's heavier set people in the beginning of their journey. They be wanting to go and work out and stuff, but they feel like they're on fire. And they just can't. They can't keep it up and they give up because it hurts so bad because they go to work out and they're creating more waste on top of the detox that they need already, on top of the old fecal matter, on top of the lymphatic system being back up, on top of the thick tacky blood, on top of the 300 pounds that they're trying to lose. It's just too much. She just as lost as I am. Who y'all talking about? Who just lost? Oh, wow. High blood pressure meds, that do it too, right? Been off of those meds, okay, and you feel different. Good for you. Good for you. So I'm going to introduce you some things. Like I said, I had thyroid issues. We're not going to make this a long video because it's my birthday week. I'm about to get up out of here. I had thyroid issues. And I'm going to tell you what I did to eliminate my thyroid issues. And what I made and created, I didn't know y'all. I wasn't studying about y'all. I wasn't a TikToker then. I was just a lady that had fatigue. A lady that had a mood of, I wish a mud would ask me for anything because this thyroid issue is draining me. I was just somebody who was trying to save my own life. I created, and it's available on my website, Sustained Detox. Created it based upon my inner being teaching me this. Sustained Detox is highly beneficial for all blood types. There is not a herb in here that other blood types cannot consume. All four. That means blood type O, that means blood type A, that means blood type AB, and that means blood type B. Sustained Detox. Sustained Detox is a detox that gets rid of cellular waste. It cleans the body at a cellular level. It's available on my site, link in bio. It's for 30 days. You take it and you do not fool around with bread because of the yeast factor and it turns into sugar. You eliminate sugar out your diet for the 30 days. You don't eat the pastas and the muffins and the things that's going to put back the waste inside of you. You take your time and begin to eat lighter foods that will dissolve into a liquid, like vegetables, fruit, right? To electrify your body. You hydrate yourself. But Sustained Detox is the detox that I did that stopped me from having constipation, that gave me energy. That's why I named it Sustained Detox, because it sustained me. It allowed for me to no longer have to wear glasses. It cleared up my thyroid issue. I would tell it on a mountain. I created it for me, and it's a thing that saved my life. Sustained Detox. And I used it maybe about 3 times. I took a break in between. I used it 3 times, but I took a break in between. And then in between, I'm just be honest with you, I kind of like was missing my foods, the foods that caused me to be full of shit, And so I kind of went back on my foods, and then I take it again. But I was weaning myself to try to incorporate a better healthy diet, right? In between taking my breaks, I would use the alchemist oil. The alchemist oil is anti-parasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, both of them are. But the alchemist oil, I would put this one here on my tongue and I would digest it, right? The alchemist oil on contact, when I first created it and consumed it, I tell you no lie, this is why I put a warning on the alchemist oil. On contact, when I put the alchemist oil in my mouth, my body just went like that. I kind of like got weak in the knees, kind of like. The next day, this might be TMI, but stuff started just really, if you know what I mean, because I was doing sustained detox and the alchemist oil. That's the game changer. That's the physical game changer for thyroid issues. Why is it the game changer? Because it has the vital minerals that the thyroid needs, like iodine. And it has the sources that it needs for all blood types, like the selenium, like the zinc, right? It has that. And then on top of that, being a detoxer, an anti-parasitic, and antifungal, you incorporate sustained detox with an oil to get past the lipid coating of viruses, which they protect themselves with a biofilm. This is why the doctors would tell you the virus must run its course, but it ain't running a course, it's multiplying. That's what viruses do. They multiply inside of you. So if you take the alchemist oil, which is an oil, and you're consuming an oil, the oil that's in the alchemist oil works as a disruptor to the biofilm that fungus and parasites build to protect and almost like into shape shift. This is why fungal infection is really hard to get rid of. I saw somebody talking about walnut, right? Black walnut. But the alchemist oil is powerful, more powerful than that, right? So these are the two things that's available on my website. How do you get to my website? saltoftheearthpub.org. So I gave you 4 things now. I gave you the sustained detox, which you could detox your body with as a 30-day detox, because if you have thyroid issues, baby, you are toxic. I ain't being ugly. You just are. Where you got them from, it don't matter, because you could be a vegan and still be toxic, because parasites like lettuce. Yeah, they do. They like tomatoes. Right here in the farms, you see them all the time. The flies, they be on all kinds of stuff. The little gnats, they be on everything the farmer grow now. Parasites love the same stuff you love. Sweets, fruits, vegetables, everything. Right? So I done gave you 4 things for thyroid issues. Let's count. Sustained detox, available on my website, a 30-day detox. Cellular level waste. That's physical. The alchemist oil, available on my website, a liquid that you could consume. You could all pull with it. You could use it internally or externally. The alchemist oil, that's physical. Number 3 that I gave you, which is spiritual. You understand the spiritual reason why people are sick. You go to my website underneath the tab that says, why was I born? The 7th yellow button says the spiritual reason why people are sick. And you click on the throat chakra because you in the spiritual realm caused this disease in order for it to be here in the physical reality. That's just how I go. All things are energy, frequency, and vibration. So if you really want to heal it and it not reoccur, you go there to find out the spiritual. That's the 3rd thing I gave you. The 4th thing that I gave you, if you go down from number 7 and you go to number 9, it's a course called There is Power in Your Blood. That way you'll get a meal plan for your blood type. That's spiritual. That's physical. But you will also find out the trauma for your blood type. That's some spiritual stuff up in there. You'll find out the 5 vital minerals and nutrients that you need based upon your blood type. That's going to be physical. You'll find out your personality, your likes and dislikes, your best jobs. Everything blood type connected is in that particular course based upon your blood type. Don't know your blood type? The first red button is how do I find out my blood type on my website. You have everything you need. Last but not least, I'm going to share with you some causes. I'm going to share with you some causes. I'm going to share with you what to watch out for. And then I got to get out of here because my people going to be here. All right. Any questions? Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't drink that alcohol. Yeah. Alcohol ain't highly beneficial for nobody, but sometimes we be wanting that little false courage, huh? Find out. Yeah. For less than $10, pricking your finger with the at-home Eldon kit. That's how you find out your blood type. That's what this is. When you're going to hear how to find out my blood type, it's going to bring you right there to Amazon to the at-home Eldon kit. When you get that kit and you find out your blood type, then you wild out on the website because the website is based upon your blood type. What is the name of the detox? Sustain Detox. Sustain Detox. Hey, Transcendent, I see you, babe. Thank you for patient through. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate every last one of them. Sustain. Sustain. It looks like this on the website. Sustain Detox. Sustain Detox. Sustain. This one here is my personal bottle, but it has a silver sticker on here, and this one is called the Alchemist Oil. So it's the Alchemist Oil and Sustain Detox, and they're linked in my bio. Let's get it. Let's wrap this up. The causes of this thyroid issue in the physical now. This physical, spiritual. That's gonna be this here course for you to find out your causes in the spiritual. But what caused it in the physical, they gotta have a meaning or a cause in the physical too. It's gonna be your stress. Somebody's have stress. Thyroid issue is linked to stress. Stress is a silent killer. Stress will destroy every organ in your body. Keep on doing it. Stress will have you walking around, dead man walking, dead woman walking. Keep on doing it. Stress. If you get up in the inner circle, we'll teach you about stress, and you can look at the matrix in a different way. The inner circle is the first blue button on my website. It teaches you esoteric knowledge. So you won't be paying attention to the 0.01 all the time. You understand that it's a matrix, it's a program, it's a coding here. And so you have to transcend from this 0.01 at one point, this physical stuff that we're talking about. And let a new mind be in you. Because stress, if you pay attention to the physical, you're going to be stressed out by it. And stress is a silent killer. All right? A poor gut health. Because the gut and the brain are intertwined. This is why you have gut feeling. So you put in things in the physical, you put frequencies, you digest in certain frequencies, and these frequencies become a part of you. Like, right? These frequencies of this bacteria, this frequency of this parasite, like, right? So if you have parasites in here, trust and believe you have parasites up here. Dementia, Parkinson's disease. Hello. This is a brain. The brains are talking to each other. There's a brain barrier passageway that the parasites get to, and they affect the head. Based upon poor gut health. Based upon you not loving yourself, baby. Because if you really love, you nurture yourself. You'll take care of yourself. You'll take that trash out. You'll make sure that they don't have no old fecal matter. You'll make sure that cellular waste is being put out. You'll make sure because you love yourself from within. Right? The spiritual reason why people are sick. The chakra course over here will teach you about that. So another cause, like I said before, was the selenium, the zinc, and the iodine deficiency. But some people, they'll go and they'll try to get those type of supplements, but they're not getting the one based upon their blood type. So if they're not getting the one based upon their blood type, they're getting inflammation from their supplement. For example, let's say Brazilian nut. Brazilian nuts are not highly beneficial for all blood types, but Brazilian nut has a lot of selenium inside of it, right? And so the person with thyroid issues will be like, oh, I'm going to eat me a couple of Brazilian nuts. No, to it. If it ain't going to be beneficial for your blood type when you eat the Brazilian nut, you're going to get inflammation versus inflammation. So you really think you're healing yourself, but you're not. That's why it's so important for you to know yourself. That's why it's so important that the power in your blood course be put in your cart so that you can understand the totality of what is working for you or against you. Or not. Another cause will be toxic exposure. So much of toxicity in the physical reality, right? And I'm not being ugly, but a lot of people, the people that have like 9 cats and stuff, they got fecal matter and stuff in that house now. The people that have like 10 dogs and they just let them go in and out and jump in the bed and lick the baby and all that. Hey, do what you want to hang on the corner. But parasites, dirt, fecal matter, urine, flies. Hello. Very harmful. You right about that. I want to buy the bundle packet. It says $39 and I click it says $49. What's the right price? It was on sale. The sale is over. So the new price probably would be the $49 when you get to check out. I must have not updated it somewhere else, but it was on sale last week. That's why I say that. Another cause for thyroid issue is going to be EMF, electromagnetic fields of energy, cell phones, right? And you know what? It's really, really interesting that that's a cause, right? Because in hindsight, when I would talk on the phone, I would be so depleted. And I never understood this back then. When I had thyroid issues and I would talk on the phone, I would actually hold the phone right here, because it was almost like the phone's just betraying me, right? Being around power lines, right? Being around microwaves, right? Yeah. And to be honest with you, in the physical, we only talking physical here. To be honest with you, they have these the chemicals, the chlorine and different things in the tap water, in the shower water, right? All of that is toxicity. All of that builds up. So you already toxic. And so now it's hard for your body to eliminate the toxins it already have. So now the water bother you. Chlorine in the water bother you because you had an overload. If you had thyroid issues, everything will bother you. You become really, really sensitive to things, sensitive to perfume, sensitive to smells, sensitive to certain soaps, sensitive to everything. That was me. That's why I created the products on my line, because I was sensitive to everything. I had thyroid issues and my eyesight was really getting weak because that transverse colon up in there, it's full of shit when you have thyroid issues. And you got to get the shit out of there. This right here. Stomach will hurt right here because the transverse colon right here is full of shit. And if this full of shit, then this full of shit. Hence the reason why your mood and your hormones gonna be out of balance too. That's why I created the things on my website, baby, because I know about all of this here. The people with endometriosis and stuff, mood and hormonal and period, painful periods. Okay. Keep it up to you're nice and toxic already. That's a sign right there. You're already toxic. That thyroid gets to bothering you, then that weight gonna begin to shuffle. Then the fatigue gonna set on you. I remember one day, like it was yesterday, I had a expedition at that time. I'll get up in that truck. I'll go get my children. Just trying to make it home. I was so fatigued to hear, yes, I'm off of work. I made it. Pulled up in that garage. And let the garage door down. Hopefully none of the neighbors saw me. Because I don't want to be bothered because I don't have much strength. All I got is just a little tiny bit to take a bath and to feed my family and go to bed. When Saturday come, I would sleep for hours and hours. I would be sleeping till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening on Saturday because the week wore my ass out. Just to go to work, that's all. Thyroid issues do that. It's the most unbearable amount of fatigue that you ever could experience. Anybody know what I'm talking about, or am I talking to myself? I'm going through this as a truck driver. Oh, okay, you know. Okay, good faith. It's a lot. So then you have a little bit of the spiritual, because you really, what's happening here is you have some some trauma that hasn't been processed. That's spiritual, right? So if you ain't processed spiritual, so in the physical, you can't process. You see how they go hand in hand? This is why the spiritual is really, really important. Brian said, I know. Yeah, it's so much fatigue. And he's like, I just gotta lay down, right? Something in the spiritual I'll share with you, though, you may be an overgiver, right? And so not expressing your needs, because from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Not expressing your needs, that's spiritual. Maybe you could start there. But the thing I want you to watch out for is that fatigue, because some people just be fatigued and they just like, oh no, I don't understand why I'm so tired. It could be a thyroid issue, but even if it's not the thyroid issue, your body being fatigued, letting you know you're toxic. Yes, you have it. Okay, well, good. RJ say, yes, I have thyroid issues. I used to have it, so I know what it feels like. I know, but now, baby, I will get up before the sun come up. Okay? Energy, right? Clarity, mental clarity. And this is what I did. I'm just sharing with you. Cold hands and feet. That's another thing to watch out for. Mood swings. When you're moody, because the thyroid is part of this here command center of your body, the mood, the hormones, everything not regulated no more because it's toxins. You got parasites. It's sucking all the magnesium. You can take a magnesium supplement if you want to. Go on and do it. You probably have an anemia too. That's the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Go on and do it. Go on and do it. It ain't going to work with if you got the parasites though. Parasites like them supplements. Parasites are sucking you from all of your supplements. That's why you need a supplement. You got to get rid of the parasites, dude. You got to do that first. And that's going to be with sustained detox. That's going to be with the alchemist oil. You might get dry skin, like, right? All your oils, everything just dried up on you. And because you're in a desert. We call it the lizard skin out here. There's some people that's just, they ain't out here and they got the lizard skin. Like, right? Wow, I had to get on a magnesium drip last week. Yeah. Okay, so now magnesium is one of the topics that they wanted me to talk about. Magnesium is depleted when you got the big C, when you got thyroid issues. Come on now. When you got any of them autoimmune disease, magnesium gone. Where is it going? Where is it going? You ate. I mean, just think about it. I'm a thinker, like, right? I'm a blood type B. I'm a brilliant mind. I'm a thinker. I used to think about this stuff. So wait a minute. If I'm taking magnesium, where the hell is magnesium going? If I'm eating this green stuff, how the hell do doctor keep telling me I'm magnesium depleted? What's going on? Am I dropping it? Do I have a drip? What you mean I'm losing magnesium? How I lost it? Make it make sense now. It's the parasites, baby. So constipation, you full of crap. You're full of crap. Actually, your water, your spring water should have a life force that help you lubricate things and help everything come out. So if your water doesn't have like magnesium inside of it, you're drinking reverse osmosis water, drinking distilled water, oh my gosh. So now the parasite's draining you and taking your life force, and you're drinking the wrong type of water that's actually grabbing hold to the vital minerals, because the water itself, if it's distilled, it's hungry water. If it's reverse osmosis, it's hungry water, and it's looking for minerals because the water wants to be a life force. It wants to be spring water, like, right, with minerals in it. So you drinking reverse osmosis or distilled water, it's inside of you. Ooh, that goes some magnesium. That goes some salts. There goes some sodium bicarbonates. There it goes. Now I'm complete. Complete after it depleted you. So now you got the parasites, and then you got the wrong water that's just reversing everything, just taking you like, I've been drinking water. Things like that. You gotta really know. In this here particular course, it tells you everything you need to know for your blood type. All right. Thinning hair, puffy eyes. That lady, Missy Elliott. She had the Crohn's, I think it's called, disease. The Crohn's disease and the thyroid, them eyes. Woo. Ooh, the eyes. All right. Unexplained weight gain. I was like, now this is my true size. Like, right? Ain't nobody told me nothing when I was just walking around just regularly, just looking like that. Ain't nobody told me nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. They didn't tell me I would look like a balloon that wanted to pop so bad. They didn't tell me nothing. Oh, that weight look good on you. That's what they told me, because they was big too. but I was about to pop. I'm only 5'2" in the physical reality, so 5'2" with all of that weight was exhausting for me, right? So you get unexplained rapid weight gain, or sometimes rapid weight loss for some people. Or rapid weight gain, and you don't even understand it because you're toxic. And because the parasites and viruses, they are multiplying. And I ain't talking about like 1 or 2. I'm talking about thousands. You ever pay attention to this here? You ever had like a like a gnat infestation around the what do you call that thing in the kitchen sink? The garbage disposal. And a garbage disposal or something was up in there that stank or whatever, and one little gnat came up in there, and the sucker got in there, and you don't even know how. There's the whole colony up in there. Now you got little gnats, and every time you bring home bananas, maybe you brought on them, but that's how the first one probably came from the store with the banana. Now you got a whole infestation. Like, right? Pay attention to that. That's what happens inside. Your stomach is likened to that garbage disposal, right? Them suckers is multiplying and it's stank. You're full of shit and waste when you have thyroid issues. I ain't trying to be ugly. I used to be full of crap. This is what happened to me. Sustain Detox is available on my website. The Alchemist Oil available on my website. It gets rid of old fecal matter, cellular waste. It helps you to eliminate. It will deal with your thyroid issues, that constipation, that fatigue. It provides vital minerals, including iron, the world's most powerful form or source of herb with iron is in here because iron is very needed when you're detoxing. Iron is needed for when I had anemia too. So that's why I put iron in here. Baby, let me tell you something. Heaven is a prepared place for prepared people. My website has everything that you need. There is no reason when our cells turn over, when we get a new organ every so many months, every last one of them, just like the lining in our stomach, it sheds every 3 days, like, right? It sheds. So we get new, all this shedding process, just like our skin, all this shedding process, we're getting renewed. It don't make no damn sense that every year after year after year that a person is saying that they're still sick. The only way that the person is still sick is because that person is still doing the same thing in the physical reality. They eating the same thing. They thinking the same thoughts because we're not supposed to be sick. We could transcend and we could transform anything. Anything. You hear me? Huh? Yeah. Let me check out these comments. Let me see. I missed some. I keep losing weight. 115 at 33 years old. Can keep weight on me long. Oh, okay. Very true. Very true. Yes. Okay. That's what I got on thyroid issues. This was a requested video. Just a recap. If you need to find out your blood type, go to solidtheorypod.org. If you need to find out the spiritual reason why your throat chakra is clogged, there's a course underneath Why I Was Born. It's going to be the 7th yellow button, and it's entitled The Spiritual Reason Why People Are Sick. Click on click on throat chakra. Add that to your card. If you want to find out based upon your blood type, everything that you need to be consuming, your vital minerals, a meal plan, your trauma, your best jobs, your sex drive, the way that based upon your blood type, you need to be working out. Do you not realize that certain blood types can't do that strenuous workout? No. Just like certain blood types can't eat the same diet, all of that is compiled in the power in your blood. So that's going to be the 9th course underneath Why I Was Born. These are the courses I left available for you all. That's all I got. We should be able to overcome this because you're God, baby. You are actually God in a physical body. Any questions? I can't keep weight either. Well, I gave you what you need to do it, to reverse that. You must say it louder for the people in the back end too. You must detox. It's interesting that a lot of people have cars, have vehicles. When it's time for that oil change light to come on, you go to the little Jiffy Lube place. But when was the last time you detox your body? When you change your oil? When you service yourself, when you loved on yourself enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna stop eating this. I'm gonna make an ultimate sacrifice. I'm not saying never eat those things ever again. All I'm saying is make a sacrifice from those things to clean house for an appointed time. You could do it that way. Because since I'm talking to you about physical and spiritual, really it's a mindset. I'm teaching you how to manipulate the energy physically, but once you begin to do this, your mind gonna change. You're gonna be renewing your mind while you're making this sacrifice. And this is the thing that I know. And so you're gonna be tilting over into the spiritual essence. This is the thing that I know when you begin to love on yourself, when you begin to nourish yourself, when you begin to make a sacrifice, when you're staying true to finally something that you can say instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna lose this weight and then don't do it. Your cells in your body hear you lying to it. It's cool when you lie to other people. But when you lie to yourself, you really destroy yourself. You really destroy your cells. cells. All right? It's not 144,000 frequency. It's 700,000 hertz. Get to this frequency. Thank you, Divine. I appreciate you. What if you have allergic? You not allergic. Nobody ain't allergic to iodine. What if, ain't nobody allergic to no iodine. You have to detox. You must detox. You must detox. You must detox. Stay away from that particular food or whatever, that fish or whatever, and detox. Ain't nobody allergic. That's vital. That's vital for. Ain't nobody allergic to that. That's vital. That's letting you know that there's a critter up in here. Critters up in there tell you to go get some ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's to go get something. But then when something is good for you, critters make you feel some kind of way. Good or bad. This is why we have, everything has two sides. We have critters that make you go get the sweets, and then critters that make you hate the vegetables. Parasites, critters, some little smart little things because they're trying to become the host. All right? We have two sides of everything. Just like some people might have hyper and some people might have hypothyroid issues. In the spiritual, that's going to be two different ways that they deal with. Right? In the physical, there's going to be two different ways you deal with hyper versus hypo. But ain't nobody allergic to no iodine. Nobody. Yeah. The shock that comes from that, the altered, not the foreign iodine, right? Nobody's allergic to iodine. Nobody. You can't be. It's impossible. All right. That procedure, yeah. I'm sure you had a shock from that procedure, but nobody's allergic to iodine. Right. The injection, yeah. Nobody's allergic to iodine. All right. It's offering time. For those of you who are here, I am Goddess Just Be. I help people with total wellness. I love talk about consciousness. I have every Sunday the Inner Circle Zoom classes where I teach esoteric knowledge from the Helios Biblios book. That's really my passion because I love talking about this 99.99%, the spiritual side. Tonight we were talking about the physical reality, the 0.01. And so these are some of the things that you can do in the physical reality to rid the thyroid issue. But nonetheless, it's still very important that you get to know thyself because you're God, right? Thought by thought, renewing your mind and getting to know yourself. And these are just different things that you can do. I call this physical, you having your little insurance. Because really it's the mindfulness behind doing these particular things that really gets you to trust that you are the healer that you've been looking for. So check out my website. It's all there at pub.org. If you want to cash app me for my passion, my birthday, my time, my energy, my cash app is Cash App Goddess Just Be. My birthday is this weekend, and so I'm not going to be here any longer. I'm about to wrap this completely up and go finishing it out. But nonetheless, This video was from my heart to yours. If you need any of my services, if you want to join the inner circle, please do so, because baby, you'll look at the matrix totally different. I help people greater than their therapist could ever, because I understand a lot more than what their therapist does. I understand things as it pertains to energy, frequency, and vibration. I teach esoteric knowledge. I know about tarot. I know about consciousness. I know about numerology, astrology, quantum physics, all of that good old stuff. And we put all of that together. I know about the Bible. In and out, I come up in church, and I know about sickness all the way to health, right? And so we put all of these aspects together, and I teach every Sunday, and you should be a part of that. You should be a part of the inner circle. Next month, we're going to pass out cell phone numbers, and that way you'll be able to text a friend, like, right, in the physical reality, a high vibrational being who is like-minded. If you're going through some type of struggles, like, right, so we have songs. It's kind of like a church service. We have a song in alignment with the topic. We go into breakout sessions. I teach, we have offering and testimony time, kind of like, and they say what they got out of it, what value it is. And we're also going to be exchanging numbers for those people who maybe need help in the physical reality, with a question from a high vibrational friend, like, right? I love it. I'm so proud of the group that I have, and I'm so excited about it because, like I said, I love talking about this 99.99%. For those of you who want to purchase anything, the link is in my bio on TikTok, in the description on YouTube. Let us pray. It makes perfect sense that you would pop up on my For You page. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy we connected. Nothing just happened. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. Hey, Kat. Yeah, just arrived. YouTube didn't even notify me. Oh, that little sucker. I'm going to rewatch for sure. Okay, good. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Awesome inner circle on Sundays. Thank you, Keith. Keith is one of our members. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Cash App Goddess Just Be for anybody that wants to donate. Thank you. I appreciate every last one of you. God, source energy, infinite intelligence. Thank you for this live. Thank you for everybody that stumbled upon this live, whether they were able to see it or not. Thank you for all things being energy, frequency, and vibration. Thank you for all of the tools and different aspects of helping mankind versus spiritually versus physically, with their trauma, with their thinking, with the inner circle, with the courses, with the products. Thank you for putting me in a position to embody this as my passion, my purpose, the very thing that I love to do. Thank you for these people, the reflections of me, the places where I once been. The reflections of me that have thyroid issues, just like I once did. The reflections of me that was low in magnesium, just like I once was. The reflections of me that wear glasses, just like I once did. The reflections of me showing love to me giving back to me. Thank you for my cup running over so I have extra to give to my reflections. Thank you for allowing me to stay in alignment and causing others to do the same and the same and the same and the same. I bless them. By the power that is invested in me, I bless them. I bless them coming and I bless them going. That everything that they touch shall prosper. That every place that they step their foot, the way shall be open for them. I bless their finances. I bless their relationships. And I bless their health. Because source energy, it is my knowing that you wish above all things that we all prosper. Be in good health, even as our soul prosper. I bless their soul. I bless their health. I bless their mind. I bless their body. I speak life. I speak to the cells of their body. I speak to the atoms. I speak to the particles. I speak to the nucleus. Awake. Awake from the great sleep and slumber. You shall live. You shall live. You shall live. You shall bring forth new life. You shall renew. You shall turn over. You shall experience love. You shall experience the love of God, and the love of God will be breath to every last one of your cells. Cleanse blood, kidney filter, liver bring forth life, digestion, digest and break down the food, eliminate from the body properly. You know my voice. I speak the word over them. That nothing shall by no means ever harm them. Somebody type truth in the comments, and the truth shall set you free. Truth, truth, truth. Speak your truth through your throat chakra and heal. Truth, truth, truth. Self-expression is necessary in the spiritual to heal the throat chakra. Truth, truth, truth. You can lie to other people, but when you begin to lie to yourself, you kill yourselves. Truth, truth, truth. This video was from my heart to yours. Speak your truth, baby. Check out my website if you need any of my products, okay? Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Okay, bye. Or good night. Okay, bye. Bye, Kat. Thank you for being here. Bye, Simone. Thank you. Love y'all. My YouTubers.